Iraq. Just saying the name conjures up powerful images. Ancient history, biblical stories, tragic recent conflicts. But beneath the headlines lies a land of extraordinary depth and resilience, a place that witnessed the birth of civilization itself. Journey with me to a land between two rivers. These rivers, the Tigris and Euphrates, gave birth to a civilization known as Mesopotamia. This land between the rivers flourished over 5,000 years ago. Here, in modern-day Iraq, writing was invented, cities were built, and empires rose and fell. The legacy of ancient Mesopotamia is all around us. The stories in the Bible echo with tales of floods and kings from this very land. Our systems of law and governance owe a debt to the innovations of the ancient Mesopotamians. To understand Iraq is to understand the roots of our own civilization. Imagine a time before history was written, a time when the world was still young and untamed. In the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, this is where humans first gathered to form cities, creating the cradle of civilization. The Sumerians were the first to make their mark, leaving behind a rich cultural heritage. They built magnificent ziggurats, towering temples that reached towards the heavens, serving as both religious and administrative centers. They invented cuneiform, a form of writing that used wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets, revolutionizing communication and record-keeping. Then came the Babylonians, known for their powerful king, Hammurabi, who unified the region under his rule. Hammurabi's code, a set of laws carved into stone, is one of the earliest examples of a written legal system, laying the foundation for justice and order. The Babylonians were also skilled astronomers, mapping the stars and developing sophisticated calendars, which guided their agricultural and religious practices. But power in Mesopotamia was always shifting, with new empires rising and falling over the centuries. The Assyrians, known for their military might and advanced warfare techniques, rose to prominence, striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. They built a vast empire, controlling crucial trade routes and demanding tribute from conquered peoples, amassing great wealth and power. Their empire stretched from Egypt in the west to Persia in the east, encompassing a diverse range of cultures and peoples. These ancient civilizations, though long gone, left behind a legacy of innovation and grandeur that continues to inspire us today. Their ruins, scattered across the Iraqi landscape, are a testament to their ingenuity and a reminder of the enduring power of the human spirit, echoing through the ages. The story of Iraq is a story of empires, a tale woven through the ages by the hands of conquerors and the resilience of its people. Each wave of conquest brought new rulers, new languages, and new ideas, enriching the cultural tapestry of the region. The Persians, under the leadership of Cyrus the Great, swept into Mesopotamia, absorbing the region into their vast empire, which stretched from the Indus Valley to the Aegean Sea. Cyrus was known for his tolerance and wisdom, allowing conquered peoples to retain their customs and religions, fostering a sense of unity and stability within his empire. Then came Alexander the Great, the Macedonian king who conquered most of the known world, leaving an indelible mark on history. Alexander's conquest of Persia brought Mesopotamia under Greek influence, blending Hellenistic culture with the rich traditions of the East. The city of Seleucia, built on the banks of the Tigris, became a center of Greek culture and learning, a beacon of knowledge and innovation. But the most profound transformation was yet to come, one that would reshape the very fabric of the region. In the 7th century AD, a new faith emerged from the Arabian Peninsula: Islam, a religion that would spread rapidly across the Middle East. The armies of Islam swept across the Middle East, bringing Mesopotamia under the rule of the Islamic Caliphate, uniting the region under a single religious and political entity. The city of Baghdad, founded in the 8th century, became the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate, a center of learning and commerce that rivaled Constantinople in its splendor, attracting scholars, artists, and traders from across the world. Islam would forever shape the destiny of Iraq, influencing its culture, politics, and society in profound ways. The country became a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities, united by their faith and their shared history, creating a unique and vibrant society. The echoes of this rich past can still be felt in Iraq today, a testament to its enduring legacy and the resilience of its people. For centuries, Iraq was a province within vast empires. By the 16th century, the Ottoman Empire, centered in Constantinople, extended its reach to encompass Iraq. The Ottomans were skilled administrators, ruling their diverse empire with a mixture of tolerance and firm control. Under Ottoman rule, Iraq experienced a period of relative stability. Trade flourished, and cities like Baghdad and Mosul grew in importance. The Ottomans were tolerant of religious minorities, allowing Christians and Jews to practice their faiths relatively freely. However, the Ottoman Empire, like all empires, eventually began to decline. By the 19th century, European powers, driven by their own imperial ambitions, began to chip away at the Ottomans' edges. The discovery of oil in the early 20th century would further complicate Iraq's fate, making it a strategically important region in the eyes of the world powers. Section 5. A nation forged by oil and war. World War I marked a turning point for Iraq. The Ottoman Empire, allied with Germany, suffered a crushing defeat. In the aftermath of the war, the victorious Allied powers carved up the Ottoman territories. Iraq, despite its long history and distinct cultural identity, became a British mandate. The British, eager to control Iraq's vast oil reserves, installed a monarchy and drew arbitrary borders that grouped together different ethnic and religious groups. This artificial nation-building would have long-lasting consequences, sowing the seeds of future conflicts. Despite British control, the desire for independence burned brightly in the hearts of many Iraqis. Nationalist movements gained momentum, demanding an end to foreign rule. Iraq's journey to independence would be long and tumultuous, marked by coups, revolutions, and the ever-present influence of oil. In 1979, Saddam Hussein, a ruthless and ambitious leader, seized power in Iraq. Hussein's brutal regime would cast a long shadow over the country, plunging it into a series of devastating wars and subjecting its people to horrific human rights abuses. Hussein's Iraq was a police state. His paranoia and brutality knew no bounds. He waged a bloody war against neighboring Iran, a conflict that lasted for 8 long years and left both countries drained and devastated. In 1990, he invaded Kuwait, triggering the Gulf War, a conflict that pitted Iraq against a US-led coalition. The sanctions imposed on Iraq after the Gulf War crippled the economy and caused widespread suffering among ordinary Iraqis. Hussein's regime, however, remained firmly in control, crushing all dissent with an iron fist. The world watched in horror as a once proud nation was held hostage by a tyrant. The US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003 toppled Saddam Hussein's regime, but it also unleashed chaos and instability that would plague the country for years to come. The invasion was based on the flawed premise that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction, a claim that proved to be false. The power vacuum left by Hussein's removal led to a surge in sectarian violence. Sunni and Shia militias battled for control, plunging the country into a brutal civil war. The conflict claimed the lives of hundreds of thousands of Iraqis and displaced millions more. In the aftermath of the invasion, the United States struggled to establish a stable and democratic government in Iraq. Corruption was rampant, and the security situation remained precarious. The rise of ISIS, a brutal extremist group, further destabilized the country, seizing control of large swaths of territory in northern and western Iraq. Despite the seemingly endless cycle of violence and instability, the Iraqi people have shown remarkable resilience and a determination to rebuild their shattered lives. They have endured decades of war, sanctions, and terrorism, yet their spirit remains unbroken. The cultural heritage of Iraq is a source of immense pride. From the ancient ruins of Babylon and Nineveh to the bustling markets of Baghdad, Iraq is a land of contrasts and contradictions. Its people are renowned for their hospitality, their warmth, and their love of poetry and music. The road ahead for Iraq is fraught with challenges. Rebuilding the country's infrastructure, healing the wounds of the past, and achieving lasting peace will be a long and arduous process, but the Iraqi people have shown time and again that they are capable of overcoming adversity. Iraq stands at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in its long and storied history. The country is slowly emerging from the shadow of conflict, but the scars of the past run deep, etched into the very fabric of its cities and communities. The challenges are immense, ranging from rebuilding infrastructure to restoring social cohesion. But so too are the opportunities for growth and renewal. Iraq is blessed with vast oil reserves, a resource that has the potential to fuel its economic revival. It also boasts a young and growing population, eager to contribute to the nation's future. Strategically located at the heart of the Middle East, Iraq has the potential to become a hub of regional trade and diplomacy. Harnessing these assets to create a more prosperous and equitable society will require strong leadership, visionary policies, and a commitment to inclusive development. A commitment to good governance, transparency, and accountability is essential for building trust and ensuring sustainable progress. Confronting the demons of the past, acknowledging historical grievances, and fostering a culture of reconciliation are crucial steps toward lasting peace. The international community has a responsibility to support Iraq in its efforts to rebuild and reconcile, offering not just financial aid, but also technical expertise and diplomatic backing. Investment, not just in infrastructure but also in education, healthcare, and job creation, is crucial for laying the foundation of a resilient society. Equally important is fostering dialogue and reconciliation among Iraq's different ethnic and religious groups, promoting unity and diversity. Equally important is fostering dialogue and reconciliation among Iraq's different ethnic and religious groups, promoting unity and diversity. The story of Iraq is a story of resilience, of communities coming together to rebuild and heal. It is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome adversity and forge a path forward. It is a story that reminds us that even in the darkest of times, hope can flicker and eventually ignite into a brighter future. With determination, unity, and support, Iraq can transform its challenges into opportunities, lighting the way for a new era of peace and prosperity.